Sergey. Okay, this is not the page I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was, first and foremost, before I lead a job, I always make a file folder with the full name of the file, which is usually given in the job. Well, it's always given in the job notes. In the file format of the leadership form that you should have received. And if you didn't receive it, I'm going to send you a copy before, right after I'm done with this video. So it's the job number. In this case, it is 13192 _ George Fox University undergrad commencement AM 2025 _ Saturday, May, whatever it was. I can't see the rest of it. And then you also put an underscore and the time of day it was. The folders that I have set up, and I set them up, like I said beforehand, just makes it easier for me at the end of the day when I'm just dropping in all of the photos, and I don't have to focus on creating the files. Sorry for my terrible video skills. So as you can see, if you're looking at, you've got the audio right there. In this case, I had 2 audios that I could share. But it starts out 13192, so job number _ audio. For this job, this file folder is the job number _ photographer's name _ I did 1 of 2 on here because I used the first folder of hers for her handshake photos, the diploma shots. The second file that I used with her name, I put 2 of 2, and that is all of her candids and PR work. And what they've asked us to do is to put _ after that and put on the number of images that should be expected in the file. So in this case, I got that information from the details in my folder. So hopefully that part makes sense. And so then I had another photographer, 13192. She just had 1 folder of 1, and this is just all of her PR. And she took more photos. She took chroma photos. I don't know if you're having that at this grad or if it's just you. If it's just you, you don't need to worry about this. But for all of the chroma shots that we put backgrounds in for and we bring the green screens or white screens for, we start that folder name off with chroma, CHROMA, _ the job number, and then who took the photos _ and that was 1 of 1 folder of that for her. If we had more grads and more files, we might possibly need more than 1 folder of that, but normally no. And then the number of files to be expected to see, or number of images to be expected to see. Reader cards, it's the job number, reader cards. There were 264 of them. I know you know this one. I think I probably had you take the cards in order as a backup to the audio and a backup to the program of the attaching the names to the students. The way you procure the reader cards is to approach your contact at your venue on the day. And so once you arrive at your venue, you get in contact with your client. You say, hey, I am so-and-so, and I'm the photographer today. May I speak to whoever your representative's name is? And hopefully someone will get you to that person. And then you go over with them. I'm here to do the job. Do you have any special requests? Are there any special awards being given out tonight that I should, or today, to make sure to take pictures of. Just check in with them and see if anything has changed since the job was put together. And at that time, you can say, and I need to have the reader cards or the reader list, if they use a reader list instead of cards, after the ceremony. And then after the ceremony's over, you find your contact or ask someone who's quite near where they were reading it at the podium and ask for the cards. Pardon me, I have a cough. So I hope that answers that question of how you get those. Then you take a picture of the program, and we do that to just do a double check of the names of the students who walked. Most of the time, the program is the same order as the reader cards. Sometimes it's not. That's why we take audio and reader cards as well as the program. Okay, so then once I have all of those done, then I open up this program. This is the EIOS FTP program, and this is the program they prefer us to use. I know you found that link on the portal, but this is the program they'd prefer us to use. So let me show you how to get there, although you probably have figured it out that you can do that from the portal file downloads. I will show you that. Once you've opened up your portal, you can see that on the left-hand side there is an area for software installs. Right here, right there. So click on that, and then you would install the EIOS FTP, and it will go about its installation. You're familiar with all of that. Shows you where it stores it. Then once that's completely installed and set up, it will look like, well, you'll have to go to the folder where it has, I don't know that it automatically starts up for you. If it does, you don't have to do this, but then you can double click on that. If you have Windows like I do, and it's protected by Defender, by a firewall, you might have a warning like this show up that says that what they're trying to do is get you not to run it in case it's a scam or phishing or virus. So what you would do is go to more info over here. That would allow you to press a button that says run anyway, because we do in fact trust that program. Then it loads, and you'll see what it looks like in just a moment. It will pop up in its own sweet time. There it is. And then with this transfer page, this is their preferred method. Then you press that. I zoom out a little. And it's pretty straightforward. You type in your EIOS number, the job number. I remember 13714. And then that, once you type that in, it populates what the job is, because it has that record on there. Then you will go to the spot over here that says select folder to transfer. You find your folder. Go to, well, in my case, I have to do it this way because that's where I put it. And 13714. So you just choose the entire folder. You don't do it folder by folder, subfolder by subfolder. The entire folder. Once you've found it, press OK. And then it'll show up with all of the file information here. You don't need to press settings. And then you would press start transfer. I've already transferred this file, so I'm not going to do that to show you because they don't want another copy of that job. So then it will show in this area here will be a long row of progress bars that will show you the different files and how long it might take to upload. And that's entirely dependent on the speed of your processor, the speed of your Wi-Fi connection, or if you've put it directly, you have it plugged directly into a router. That's entirely dependent. It can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 to 3 hours, depending on how big the files are, which, by the way, JPEG Basic for Nikon cameras. I can't remember if you have Canon or Nikon. But we need small images, so we need them to be 3 megapixels or under. 3 megapixels? 3 meg... Not 3 megapixels. 3 or under. We don't want giant files because then it absolutely will take hours to upload them all, and they don't want that. So put it on a basic setting, no RAW. And once it's done, a little box pops up right here and says, this file transfer is complete. It will close when it's done, but I always have to close it after that because it doesn't close when it's done. But then what you can expect to see is an email like this. Image batching complete. Event 13714, George Fox University. And that's what it would look like. It would show you what you've sent. Images were copied, auto color correction, TKO folders rendered, and all of these should match what we've put in there. Sometimes the file's corrupted for whatever reason, and so that's why they do that. So let me know if I've missed something, because I probably have, but I will send you this link, and I will send you a copy of that leader checklist. Okay?